Today we're going to talk about taking your Google Docs to the next level and making a really interactive lesson for your students. So today we're going to talk about Hyperdocs. Hyperdocs is like a lesson plan and a Google Doc all rolled into one. So a really good resource for what is a Hyperdoc is to go to hyperdoc.co or just Google Hyperdocs and this website will come up. The Hyperdoc girls who created this website were three teachers out of California, and they give you a ton of resources. So if you go and click to resources, it'll explain to you how to do a Hyperdoc, it'll give you samples of a Hyperdoc, and it'll give you a template. Hyperdocs have been something that have been extremely successful in my classroom that has allowed my students to be independent. And basically what it is my lesson plan. So you find a template that works for you. So that's step number one. Find something that works for you. The one that I found that was the easiest for me to do was this one, the 5E. Or you could do one, the Explore, Explain, and Apply. You can also have one if you're digging the 5 E's. That could be your lesson template. So the ultimate goal of this is to pick it and give it to your students to complete it independently. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this one. This is the one that I want to use. When you download it and click on it, you're going to go to an Explore and it's going to be a view only. So you're not going to be able to change it right away. So what you need to do is you need to share it with you. So then that way, you have a copy of it. Again, make sure that you're on your school account, not a personal one. And then you are going to go up at the top and you see the little plus. You are going to add it to your Google Drive. Okay? Now that you're adding it, you can now go to your Google Drive and you can do what you need to do. You can do anything you want to it. So I'm going to go over and show you where it is. So if I Hyperdoc it, remember I can search it and I could do Hyperdoc template and it'll show up. Now I'm going to show you a Hyperdoc that I've created for my students to give you an idea of what it is. So I've done my Explore. So I've explained to them what the activity is and what they need to do. On this side, I explain, and then I also give them the examples. Now, a Hyperdoc is hyper because you are linking it to other things. So in my video here, I am actually linking these to a video that the kids can watch. So they have to first watch the video, and then they need to think about what they think the video means, what they think the words means. Then the next step is that they have to create a word map using a digital app called Poplet. And in this, they need to go ahead and, add the definitions and the synonyms. Now, I give them an example so they can see what they're doing. Then from there, they need to apply it. So they're going to make a meme generator. And I put all of my criteria, put everything, be explicit. So that is going to be, there's my meme, my example of my meme from characters. Then I can also add in an extension. So if kids get finished early, they have an activity that they can do. And then finally, a reflection. It's really important for our kids to get that metacognition going so that they can reflect on what they're learning. So they have to upload their favorite meme and explain what the denominator is and just demonstrate what it does. So that is basically what a Hyperdoc looks like. This is something that I shared to my kids, and then my kids completed all the tasks, and it went into a Google Classroom folder. And then from there, they proceeded to give me all the information, and I was able to grade it. Then, so that's what the Hyperdocs are. Now, to set them up, the first one's kind of labor intensive, but once you get the hang of it, they're really simple. Plus, you can always make copies and just change it for your activity. So for videos, my favorite website to go to videos is not YouTube. It's called Edpuzzle. You can log into Edpuzzle with your Google account. Your kids will log in with their Google account, and you can search for content using search for content. So I want to do addition. Now, if you will go on the popular channels, if you use Edpuzzle, addition. So I am doing an addition video. So they show me Edpuzzle videos. They show me YouTube, Khan Academy, National Geographic, all of these different places. Now, when you take a video, it's really cool on Edpuzzle because yes, you can take a basic YouTube video, but then you can edit the video. So you can add questions and you can add notes and you can do all sorts of stuff. When you are done doing your questions and your quizzes and your notes, you can see you can add a quiz. You basically just hit finish and then you can assign it to the kids. So you can get a public link and just copy and Command C, copy the link. Then you can return to your Hyperdoc and you can hit Command C or hit insert link or Command K, and hit, you can label it. So you can put in your addition and copy the paste, and there's your link, and the kids can click on it. Okay? So you can link up anything. You can link up videos, you can link them to articles, you can link them to anything to build the background information. I personally like videos because kids can watch them numerous times. If you use Edpuzzle, just so you know, you can make a setting where the kids can't skip through it. Okay? So let's go ahead and try to set up a Hyperdoc. Super, super easy. So I'm going to pull up one of my templates. So let's do this, finish this one on volume. I think this is one I use for all of my demonstrations. So on volume, I'll go ahead and I will always put the objectives so the kids can figure out what they want to know. Then we can link it up with songs. So you can go ahead, go to Edpuzzles. Maybe you want to do a volume one. Or maybe you have a really awesome game that teaches volume. So games about volume. Okay? And you want the students to play this game. So you're going to click on it. You're going to go ahead, same deal as before. You're going to highlight the URL. You're going to do Command C to copy it. So Command C to copy. And then you're going to go to your Hyperdoc. And you are going to... So you're going to go to your Hyperdoc and you're going to add the game. So again, Command K, you're going to put volume games and you're going to add the link. Add the link and apply. And there's your game. So maybe that's your Explore. Your Explore, you wanted the kids to figure out what volume is. And then from there, you can make them have their game. I added the 2-column notes, Avid strategy, and then their apply. Now, this is something that you can do across any academic thing. It could be easily differentiated. So maybe you have a group during intervention time that you want to pull, but you want your kids to do something else. This is a good way to do individual skills. So if you have any questions about Hyperdocs, these are something I love, please ask me. Let me know. I only have a 10-minute limit on this video, but my suggestion is to really go to the website, play around, and I have no problem sharing anything that I've created.